pretty even. 68 threes for Hurricane this year and 62 for Pineview. So both teams can fling it, about 5 a game, made three-pointers, and sometimes the team that gets hot that really determines things.
All right, I was just gonna, and this is not a put down. I don't know much about the teams out of Nevada, but that's who Hurricane has been playing, and so I don't know whether that's comparable. I don't know if it means they're even better than we think, because I don't know much about them. But they did go down there, and sometimes you just got to say, hey, that's the team they put out on the court against us. We played them, we beat them, and still, their defense not bad so far this year.
The other day, you and I talked about during the broadcast of the Desert Hills Snow Canyon game, our gut feeling about what the region was kind of sorting out to be. I'm going to throw that out there again as we finish up our pregame here. I feel like Dixie and Desert Hills have kind of risen to the top. I feel like they're playoff teams. Whether it's fourth, third, second, they're going to be right there at the end. I feel like Snow Canyon and Cedar and Canyon View maybe not playoff teams. They might struggle. One of those teams could emerge, but if they steal one away, they're going to have to steal away from either Pineview or Hurricane, because I think Dixie and Desert Hills are going to be right there at the end. So my gut feeling, those two at the top, and then Hurricane and Pineview in the middle, and then Cedar, Canyon View, Snow Canyon fighting for that fifth or fourth place spot. I think it's going to be a really, really fun race.
Which kind of surprising, I think, is Canyon View. Most of us thought they'd be much better than they are as a team. They have some great players. They've got some good quality athletes there. And that, to me, Andy, puts a lot on this game tonight. Not a must-win, but we're going to find out between these two, who are kind of those tweeners, can step it up.
And Coach Langston made a good point. He said, look, we went on the road and beat Canyon View. That's a big road win for us. We can destroy that road win tonight by losing at home. So we can't afford to do that. We need to take care of business and win this game at home tonight against Pineview. But you know what? This is, I think, as close to a rivalry as Hurricane has, Pineview and Hurricane. I think these two teams, especially in football, really go at it. And I think it's a pretty good rivalry forming in basketball as well.
Geographically, they're the closest, although that may be blown out of the water next year when we had Crimson
Hills in 2019. So not this fall, but next fall. And Rusty Taylor, who is the principal of Desert Hills right now, has agreed to take that job. He's going to be the principal of the new Crimson Hills Titans, and that should be kind of interesting.
Indeed.
I might be working there, perhaps. We're going to have our national anthem coming up, and Honor Guard is out there bringing the flag out. So let's take a 90-second break. Back with the starting lineups brought to you by Sky Mountain right after this 90-second timeout.
Tonight's national anthem will be sung by Kirsten Wilkinson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets had fled, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back. We're at Hurricane High School. Andy and Mike with you for live Region 9 basketball. We also appreciate our friends at CEC TV at Vadov.com for streaming this game live, as well as on the cable channel 6:22, and of course we're right here on ESPN Radio. We'll give you updates on that Jazz game. We'll also have Hearst State's hardware updates throughout the night of the other 2 Region 9 games going on this evening. It's Cedar and Canyon View taking on teams in St. George, and wouldn't you know it, my had a brain cramp right as we got to that. It is Snow Canyon hosting Cedar,
right.
And Canyon View is at Dixie.
Right, yep.
So some key region matchups, and again, we start maybe when this week is over, a little bit of stratification as to who's doing what and who's going where as Region 9 starts to sort out who's going to be the it team or two into the postseason. Mike, before we get into the starting lineups, and we got that coming up right away, but I just want to get your feeling, comparison to state. I mean, we saw some really good teams from throughout the state. Is this maybe Region 12 up there in Logan? Is that the best region in the state, you think, with Logan and Green Canyon and Ridgeline and Dixie?
They're
went up
definitely
there.
good. There's no doubt about it. They've got some talent, and it's been kind of interesting because I think they are kind of going through what Washington County has been going through, and that is basically they're taking all the athletes, are putting them in a big bag, and they're shaking them up, and then they drop into different schools. No, they've opened up a couple of new schools up there, and so that's kind of separated them out. However, to me, as usually occurs, one team kind of people gravitate at least for a year, maybe 2, then it really kind of evens out.
Our starting lineups tonight brought to you by Sky Mountain Golf Course. Hit the sky at the beautiful Sky Mountain. Call today for a tee time, 635-7888. Starting for the Pineview Panthers is, let's start at the top. Number 0, Jack O'Donnell. O'Donnell averaging 12 points per game. He's hit 17 threes this season. Number 1 is Taylor Tobler. Tobler averaging 15 a game. He has hit 19 threes on the year, but both those guys have combined, I think, 5 points against Dixie last Friday night. Also starting for the Panthers, Michael Moten. Moten wears number 10. He averages about 5 points a game. Not really a shooter. He is a speedster, though. Number 14 is Connor Brooksby. And, Mike, I never thought I'd say it, but Brooksby, the kicker, is a tough guy. Yes, the kicker is a tough guy. And then finally, number 32 is Dallin Brown. We talked about him averaging about 11 points a game. Started for Hurricane.
Yeah, I'm trying to work it out because they've switched numbers on me a lot. Adam Hayrand is wearing 0. He's listed at number 4.
Uh-oh.
And then we've got number 11 out there, who I know is not Zayden Jackman. He's about 4'0". Anyway, also Jackson Last is out there. Reagan Marshall is out there as well.
Last wins the tip, but it's Pineview that comes away with the basketball. And the Panthers will have it first to start things off, and we'll try to update you on all those changes in numbers on Hurricane. That's not fair to do that to us, is it?
I know, right at the last minute. Like, wow, what's that going on?
Baseline, they try to go inside to O'Donnell. He dribbles it off the foot of the big fella inside Jackson Last. Jackson looks like a center. Big, long, stretchy body, but man, he is a heck of a guard, a next level guard.
But he's good. He's quick. You see how he guarded the baseline. He absolutely shut off the baseline, and unfortunately for him, the ball went off his foot.
So the band was playing the Hurricane fight song during live play, and the referee actually had to go down and tell him to knock it off. Fortunately, they were about done anyway.
Yeah.
Ball comes in to Brooksby, to Brown. Brown to Tobler, top of the key. In the corner it goes. 3 by O'Donnell is up and good. Team D auto 3 by Jack O'Donnell.
Nice job and good ball movement by the Panthers. And actually O'Donnell set up nicely, squared up and drained it.
Wasn't that open, but he had a pretty quick release with it. And Pineview on the road here with a 3-0 lead. Bouncing the ball right off of his teammate's knee. Not a good pass by Russell Neild. And I think Neild is wearing 11, did we decide?
No, I think Neild is still 12.
No, Neild is 12.
12.
So who's 11,
11, and I tell you, it looks like Gonzalez Hunt, but I'm not positive. Would he be a starter?
He could be with Jackman gone. We don't know. And that does definitely look like him.
Yep, it does.
Pineview throws the ball away. It's picked off by
by Hayrand, yeah.
Hurricane Tigers and number 0, who is Hayrand, who is not even wearing his. Oh, he is wearing his glasses.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I spotted Hayrand in the past, but the new number.
Well, that's what.
Had me confused.
Actually, I got to admit, that's what threw me off right there.
Backdoor pass stolen away by Moten. Pineview on the dead run. Get it baseline to Moten. Moten, little one-hander in the lane, bounces out of there, no good. Rebound taken down. by the Hurricane Tigers. Mike, I'm all screwed up on these
That's
numbers.
Marshall, I think.
Reagan, all right. Well, the other problem is their numbers are white on white with a little bit of black trim. They're hard to read, too. So they double cross us, double dog dare cross us. Tigers, though, on the offense, they haven't scored yet, and they turn it over again. I don't know if have they even shot, Mike?
I don't think so.
Inside to Tobler. Tobler runner up, no good. Offensive rebound to Brooksby. Brooksby hits the deck, no foul called. Rebound to the Tigers, and
timeout.
Timeout taken by Hurricane. I think Coach Langston says we've got to work something out here. It's a timeout brought to you by Hank's River Rock Grill at Sun River, Mike, and I know they have a 2-for-1 special. I heard it's ribs.
Oh, I love it.
Fall off the bone ribs.
It is so good out there. It's a great place to go. It's just far enough you feel like you're out away from everything. Beautiful view, great food. Go there, please. Take my word for it.
Only points so far, 2 minutes now. It's actually 6:01 on the clock, so 2 minutes into this game was that corner three by Jack O'Donnell. Hurricane, we don't think has gotten a shot off. We know they have 2 or 3 turnovers already. And I can't remember them shooting the ball even once.
I don't think they have. They've turned it over, several times. Had it stolen away. It's just not a good start.
The Tigers will bring it in. Here comes the pressure from Pineview. They get it ahead to Neal. Neal goes around the right side to Last. Last hanging on from there. He wants to drive baseline. Steps back. Now skips it all the way across the other side to Gonzalez. Gonzalez can't get a shot away. Around the horn we go to Hayron. Hayron to Last. Last double teamed. Now they back off the double team, but he terminated his dribble. To Gonzalez and left side to Hayron. Hayron looking for a cutter. Now he gets a screen from Marshall. Can't get a shot away. They go to Last, top of the key. Moten is on him. Good defense by Mike Moten. They switch now. It's Brooksby on Last, and they're going to isolate. Looks like a little one-on-one. Last takes it, gets it inside. Nice pass. Neal lays it up and in.
Yeah, nice job. He got free. He got underneath. Beautiful interior pass, lay it up and in.
Drew the double team, then the bounce pass perfectly to Neal, and it's 3-2. We played 3 minutes, and we're not going to have a lot of scoring, it doesn't seem like, at this point. O'Donnell tries to dish it inside. Probably should have shot that when he was about 10 feet out. Thought he saw a teammate. Instead, he threw it away. Taken by Last. Last drives in, and he's fouled.
Nice little crossover move. I think they went for the ball. They thought, here it is, and suddenly it was over in his other hand on a good crossover dribble, and the foul was called.
I was doing a Hurricane game last year. I think they were playing Snow Canyon at the end of last season. They were fighting to get in the playoffs, and Last took a drive down the lane, and I thought he was going to maybe finger roll it or a little teardrop or something. He went up there, elevated, and one hand dunked it. Drive, shot, count it, and a foul. What a drive by Adam Hayron.
Yeah, Hayron kind of dipped that shoulder just a little bit, and I think Taylor Tobler thought that exact thing. The ball kind of bounced around and dropped through, and a little salt in the wound there to Tobler. He picked up his first personal.
Second team foul. Free throw up and good, and Adam Hayron has 3 points. You know who doesn't have any points is the leading scorer in the state of Utah.
Right.
Jackson Last. But Hurricane leads 5-3. Ball goes inside, and a reaching foul called on Last. Nope, that was on Neal.
Yep.
Russell Neal picks up the personal. Neal averages about 5 a game. He's a guy that got a little bit of playing time last year, but really didn't do much. This year has been more of a guy they can count on here at Hurricane. Kind of a senior heavy team, the Tigers.
Yep. Jack O'Donnell checks out as Hunter Moore checks in for the Pineview Panthers.
Marshall's a senior. Last is a senior. Hayron's a senior. Jackman is a senior, but he's not on the team anymore. Get the ball inside. Little turnaround jumper by Brown is no good, and a rebound to the Tigers. Jackson Last brings it up himself. Skips it over to Hayron. Hayron fakes a three. Drives baseline. He's cut off there, and he stepped on the line.
Good job again, Pineview defense. They are really closing off that baseline, not giving up anything. Forced him to actually step on the end line.
5-3, Tigers lead on our one-loss scoreboard. About halfway, almost halfway through the first quarter. Tobler drives in, kicks it in the corner. Brown with a jumper swish. Dallin Brown with his first basket of the game.
A nice job. And again, I think he can see his teammate going in. He just stepped back. Good open 15-footer.
See, Last is pretty much running the point now, even though Coach Langston said he was trying to move him to the 2. He's been running the point, and the ball stolen away after the entry pass to Marshall. Fast break, layup up, no good. Rebound to Gonzalez. And the Tigers going the other way with it. Pushing hard is Hayron. Hayron all the way to the hole. Up and under move. Shot won't go. Long rebound taken down by Gonzalez. Gonzalez looks inside. Finds his man. Shot up good and a foul. That man is Reagan Marshall.
Yeah. Good job by Marshall. He just kind of muscled that up and in. And that's number 2 foul on Michael Moten. 13 foul, on the Pineview Panthers.
That will momentarily make it 7-5. They'll have to sit Moten down, and they do. We've been, it's weird being on this side of the court, Mike. We're used to being across from the bench. So.
Yeah, bench is right down below us here. The only nice thing is all the officials look right at us when they give the call.
So chance for an and one for Marshall, and he hits it. Reagan Marshall with his first points.
Well, right now the Hurricane Tigers doing well. They're taking advantage on the three-point plays.
The turnaround jumper is up and good by Brooksby.
See that little fist pump down there after that shot? He was pretty happy with things.
Last kicks it right side. Three-pointer up, no good. I believe that was Marshall with the three try. He was wearing 15, not 5, by the way.
Right.
3 the other way, and that is good. What a quick turnaround as Hunter Moore with the three-pointer. And Pineview has taken a 10-8 lead.
Yeah, that was almost in your face. Like, oh, yeah, see, now let me show you how to shoot a 3, bud.
Shot up, no good. Rebound going the other way with it is Ryan Hopper. Nice lead pass, but no shot there for Moore. Skip it to his brother. That's Hunter Moore for the 3. He left that one short. That was Michael Moore to Hunter Moore.
Matthew Myers in the game.
Shot up and an offensive foul. Easy call as Hayron went in too hard. Could have pulled up, I think, Mike, maybe for a little 5-7 footer.
Obviously, hindsight's a good thing. I agree with you, though. He was going in. The defense was kind of back, but if he'd have stopped and popped, I think he'd had an easy look, but he was going to the hole.
First foul of the game on Mr. Hayron. 2:26 to go, first quarter, 10-8, Pineview on top. Region 9 basketball brought to you in part by Riverside Business Insurance. If you got workers' comp and you're not with Riverside, you're probably paying too much. Finger roll up, no good. On the hard drive, Pineview or Hurricane going the other way with it. O'Donnell with the shot attempt. Last has to give it up. Goes to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets a screen and can't use it. Goes baseline to Hayron, now up high, and he throws it away.
That was a touch by Pineview. Nope. He tried. He just couldn't get a hand on it. It goes out of bounds. I'll tell you one thing is that Pineview knows the guy they got to stop, and so far they have stopped him. When Last even gets close to the half-court line, there's somebody on him.
Britton Esplin was the guy with the turnover on the bad pass, tried to get it back out to Last. So Pineview will take over with the lead and the ball. Going all the way in is Moore. Shot partially blocked, I believe, by Marshall and company. Now Last in the forecourt. Jackson gets a screen from Marshall. Skip pass across to Hayron, or no, inside to Esplin. No harm, no foul, they say, on the bump outside. Tigers struggling on offense right now. Esplin has it on the angle left. Gets a screen from Neal, back out to Last. 1:20 left in the quarter, 10-8 the score. Last now goes right side to Neal. Neal looks to hand it off to Gonzalez. Back to Neal. Baseline right side, looking inside, instead has to go to Last. Last one-on-one, and he is held and fouled by Dallin Brown.
First personal on Dallin Brown. That really looks like a case that you could just see that one developing, with Brown saying, all right, I'm right here. I'm going to be in front of you. And meanwhile, on the other side, Last was saying, try to stop me. He did by fouling.
Brown's another one of those guys. He's just an athlete. He's just really, really athletic. And you can tell they believe in his athleticism. They've got him guarding Last much of the time. Steal by Moore. Moore, crossover, finger roll up and good. Maybe got away with the travel, but a beautiful drive anyway.
Okay, there's no maybe about it. But anyway, no one whistled it, so it's good.
12-8, the lead now. Last tries a runner. Boy, you can tell Jackson Last is frustrated. I think that might be his first shot attempt right there, and it was an ugly one.
He got hit pretty hard, too, actually, I think, on that. But, again, It's not a foul unless the guy at the stripes blows the whistle.
Kick out O'Donnell, open 3 shot, no good. Long rebound though, run down by Dallin Brown. Brown, stop and pop, 15-footer, too hard. Rebound by O'Donnell, and O'Donnell dribbled it off with his foot. Came down with it and took one power dribble and went right off his big toe.
Yeah, I think he kind of, when he had it, he kind of looked up to see where teammates were. Unfortunately, should have looked down because it was his foot that was in the way.
24 seconds to go in the quarter, 12-8 the score. Pineview trying to pull the win on the road here. It would be a big one after losing at home to Dixie, but it's early. Hurricane in the backcourt. They get it to Last, and Last will walk it across. Not even there yet. In fact, they better hurry.
See?
Gets it ahead to Esplin, back to Last. Now 14 seconds, time to go soon. Now 10 seconds. Now 7 seconds. Last gets it to Marshall. Marshall, 17-footer, can't get the roll. Rebound to Pineview with 1 second. They won't get a shot away, and that's how the quarter will end. A 12-8 Pineview advantage on our one-loss scoreboard. We'll be back in 1 minute.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the player kept dribbling all over
Welcome
it.
back. Welcome back. I don't know, I went soft all of a sudden. Snow Canyon Warriors trail 10-9 in their game. That score was posted just 1 minute ago, Mike, so...
That's Cedar up by 1.
Yep, Cedar Redmond with the lead. And here it's a 4-point lead for Pineview. By the way, our score update's brought to you by Hearst Ace Hardware on the corner of Boulevard and Bluff, or on Main Street in Cedar City.
It's only been a total of 2 Fabulous Freddy free throws in the ball game, both by Hurricane and both good.
Pineview, meanwhile, has made 2 threes. Hurricane has yet to make a three-pointer. Tiger trying to figure out how to attack that 2-3 trapping zone. Marshall turnaround 15 is up and good.
That's good. That was a great ball movement. They just swung it around until they got a good inside look. High post jumper good.
Yeah, high-low. Brown inside, kicks it in the corner. O'Donnell for 3 again. Same spot, different shot. No good. Rebound. That was Moore that tried the 3, and O'Donnell on the rebound. And then Moore fouled as he tried to go back up. Personal foul called on
Hayron.
Adam Hayron, who's wearing 0 and has screwed up my scorebook.
I know we're weird here.
But that's 2 on Adam.
It is. 3rd team foul, but 2 on Hayron.
Coach not concerned, except maybe to tell him to be careful. Another 3 out of the corner. Rebound fought for and taken down by the Tigers. Nice board by Hayron in traffic. Almost had it stolen away.
Almost had his glasses knocked off his face.
Go ahead to Last. Last drives in and scores, but before the shot, personal foul called on Brown, I believe.
Yeah, Dallin on a reach in that time. I think he knew he was beat. Took a chance of reaching in, but don't reach across the body. It's almost an automatic.
Brown will have to sit down with his second personal. And checking back into the game for Pineview is Gavin Bateman.
Yep.
Get the ball into Hayron. Hayron goes to Jackson Last. Last has yet to score. Angle right. Hayron has it knocked out of bounds. Adam says, did you see him? That's not Adam, but that's Esplin. But he said, did you see him slap my hand there? And the ref said, I didn't see nothing. Now to Last. Last being bumped and hounded there by Bateman. Now it becomes a double team. Beats it, goes inside, scores.
Wow.
Little bump by the defender. Could have been a charge, could have been a block. The ref, I think, made the right decision and said no call.
I like that. But good ball or body movement inside. He hung, got the roll.
Tobler with the lower the shoulder and drive in, and he's bumped and fouled. Personal foul will be on Reagan Marshall. No. Is it on Marshall?
Well, they said on 5 there is no 5. Oh, here.
So who's wearing 5 if Marshall's wearing 15?
So I tell you, they screwed us up here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that is, but they
Well,
have really.
15 was Thomas, but Thomas is, I mean, that's clearly Reagan Marshall, 15.
Right.
I wonder if they just switched numbers.
Could have done.
Thomas does play. Free throws, though, up and good by Tobler. Actually made 1 out of 2, didn't he?
Yep.
So Taylor Tobler, his first point of the night. And a foul inside, a blocking foul called on Pineview, as Brooksby will pick up the personal.
First personal on Connor Brooksby. Good job. And I think right now, Andy, that Jackson Lasta says, hey, I got to do something. He is really starting to slash, go to the bucket, and he's got pretty good moves. That time I thought it was an easy, good call.
2 shots for Last. And the first one is a swish. Jackson now with 3 points. Again, averages 26 a game. There's no doubt he is their team leader in many ways besides scoring, too. And he has tied this game. Second free throw gives his team the lead. 14-13. Hurricane on top. They trail by 4 at the quarter. They've outscored Pineview 6-1 to start the quarter. 6-1.
6-1, yep.
Inside Tobler, nice spin move, reverse layup up and good. Both scorers are starting to warm up now. It's Tobler with 3.
Good body movement. He went in and he kind of shielded off and then scooped it up.
Round the horn go the Hurricane Tigers. They finally find Last on the baseline left side. Long 3. Jackson no good. Rebound taken down by Gavin Bateman. Bateman hurries in the forecourt. Now he's looking for help. Goes to O'Donnell. O'Donnell drives in the lane. Lefty shot no good. Tried to avoid the charge and really didn't make a very nice shot.
No, I thought he got bumped.
Last drives in, shot up. No good. Offensive foul called on Jackson Last.
Wow. Almost the same thing that happened last time, and Jackson's kind of eyeing that official up, saying, hey! And the official just kind of play on.
I think Jackson's point was, I didn't really hit him that hard. I jumped sideways.
Right.
Referee says, well, he fell down. You must have hit him.
Right. You're on the floor. Get up.
15-14. Panthers on top of the Tigers. O'Donnell with another drive. Stop, 10-footer up and good.
Good job by O'Donnell. His second bucket, 5 points in the ball game now by number 0.
5:15 to go in the quarter. Hayren cut off at the top of the.
Out at the high post.
Tobler went hard between 2 defenders and drew a personal foul. And they're going to reward him with 2 shots, Mike. I didn't think it was on the shot. I thought it was on the drive, but Tobler, a good free throw shooter, will get a pair.
And by the way, number 5 is Bryce Thomas. I just listened to the PA, so they just flopped unis.
And Bryce just got his second foul, too.
Yep. Tobler to the charity stripe, shot up and in as Gonzalez Hunt checks back in.
18-14, and second one no good. So 1 out of 2 for Tobler. And he's actually 2 out of 4 in the game now.
Yep.
Hurricane beats the press. They get it in the forecourt. High post to Marshall. Back outside to Hayren. Hayren drives baseline, avoids the contact. Shot up, no good, but he does get a personal foul call on a Pineview defender.
Bateman, I think, on the personal. Yep. That's the 7th team foul.
Yeah, first foul on Gavin. And 1-and-1 free throws coming for the Hurricane Tigers. And that is up and good by Adam Hayren.
He's 2 for 2. The team is 5 for 5.
Maybe they hadn't played a game in 10 days. And you get a feeling they spent a lot of that time working on their free throws because they have hit them all so far.
If they did, it's working. If they didn't, I wouldn't do it again. No, they're looking good tonight.
18-16. Pineview up by 2. They go to Moore on the left side. Moore looking for someone to give it to. That was Bateman, rather. 2 more. Over to Tobler. Long 3 is off the mark. To tell that was wide right as soon as he let it go.
Yeah.
Rebound to Hayren. He brings it into the forecourt. Goes to Last. Last will drive baseline. Stop from 10. Shot no good. Rebound to O'Donnell.
Well, that's a shot normally he would hit. Just a kind of a runner from the baseline.
Stop and pop 3 at the other end. That's no good. Nearly losing it out of bounds was Hayren, but he saves it to Jackson Last. Last back to Hayrand. And across the timeline near the block H, and they dribble to the right. Hayrand goes all the way in. Finger scoop up and good. Adam Hayrand.
Yeah, he kind of looked it off as if he was going to pass over to Jackson last. Then he just turned on the Jets and laid it in.
18 all is the score. 3:45 left in the first half. Bateman backs it up for a three. That is short. Rebound fought for, taken down by the Hurricane Tigers as Hayrand pulls it away. Goes ahead to Last. Last behind the back dribble. Can't get an advantage, though, and he has to back it out. Now he gets a screen from Marshall. Ball stolen away, picked off by Pineview. Tobler in the forecourt. Hard drive, shot up, no good. Rebound to the Tigers. No, it's going to be a jump ball. Simultaneous possession between Gonzalez and Tobler.
You know, I thought it was a great defensive move by Adam Hayrand. He just kind of faked, which forced Tobler to really change his shot. He had an easy layup.
And he knew he couldn't give a foul, so he just ran in front of him and got out of the way, but did enough to screw him up. Into the game for the Tigers is Matt Myers once again. His timeout is taken on the floor. It's a full timeout, so we'll take it. 3:18 to go on our one-loss scoreboard. 18-18, Hurricane and Pineview back in 1 minute. Mike, I'm going to ask you an unanswerable question. What's more important, free throw shooting or three-point shooting?
Yes.
Well, as an example, Pineview has hit all the threes in this game. Hurricane has made all their free throws. We're tied. Shot up, no good by O'Donnell. Gets his own rebound, a reaching foul before the shot will get him 1-and-1 free throws. But, yeah, the Hurricane Tigers, well, Pineview's 2 of 4 from the line. Hurricane is, what, 5 of 6 of 6?
6 for 6, yeah. You know, just real quickly back to your question, my only thought on that would be threes, because if you really can hit your threes, it kind of opens things up, gives you a chance to move out, pull. But if that's all you hit and you're missing layups and you're blowing your free throws, then it isn't that big of an opportunity.
O'Donnell makes him pay with the front end 1-and-1 make. He's got 6 points now, and it's 19-18 Pineview. One more coming for the senior. Move in from New York, and he swishes that one. That was a little better looking. Other one, he kind of got a lucky roll.
And we're looking for 55 points tonight by either team, and then you can head to Yogurtland after the game in the Big Score dessert. Thank you very much to Holbrook Asphalt.
The game also brought to you in part by Intermountain Healthcare. They support the team trainers for all our Region 9 teams. Michelle Hudson for Pineview, and one of the Homer brothers for Hurricane. Acrobatic shot, no good. Long rebound taken down by Tobler. Ball goes to the floor, and he saves it. Nice save by Tobler. Quick hands. They get it over to Hunter Moore.
I was ready to call him for a travel, but he got rid of it.
Very quickly. Inside, Tobler got him all by himself, and he draws a personal foul. A reaching foul called on Myers, I believe. And Pineview, it seems like they've made a concerted effort, even though they made a couple of threes, to take it to the hole, Mike, in this game. Very aggressive going to the basket are the Panthers. Yeah, I don't have a 23 either, Mike.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it all out here. Shot no good, by the way, by Tobler.
And he is only 2 for 5 in the game. 23 was the foul call. Normally that would be Gonzalez, but that's not Gonzalez, clearly.
Right.
Second free throw good. 3 out of 6 from the line for Tobler in the game. 21-18. Panthers on top of the Tigers. High post last 17-footer swish, of course.
Yeah, now that's his shot. Just catch, in rhythm, turn and shoot.
He's got 6 points, 21-20 is the score. Pineview hits a cutter, get it outside. That's Ryan Hopper. Hopper rattles one home from deep.
And I was just about ready to say, don't do that, but it worked.
Last on the crossover, found Heron inside. Can't get a shot away. Out to Gonzalez for three. That shot's no good. Rebound to the Panthers. Tobler brings it out of there. Pineview with a 4-point lead. Tobler, they left him alone. Don't do that. Oh, and he misses the three and another jump ball.
It was right on line, just a little short. Actually hit the front of the rim and went straight down.
Yeah, definitely stroked it straight, but the distance wasn't quite there.
Back in the ball game is Reagan Marshall. He's got 2 buckets of free throw, 5 in the game.
By the way, it's Marcus Homer, the trainer for Hurricane.
Ah, yes.
There's a whole group of John Homer and Chris Homer and Marcus Homer. They're all in the same family. And one was the baseball coach, one was the football coach, and now the AD. And
right.
Or used to be the AD. He's not anymore. Now Marcus Matua is. Yeah, it's a long story. But the Homer family very integrated in Hurricane sports.
You say Homer, you say Hurricane, everybody goes, yeah, I know.
Trying to get it inside. Ball knocked out of there. Saved, though, by the Tigers. They go to Last. They give Last the left side if he wants to drive left. Instead, he goes back to Marshall. Marshall had a brief break. Now he's back in there. Back out to Last. Looking for a screen. Here it comes. Doesn't use it. Instead, drives in the lane. Nice handoff to Heron or Gonzalez. No, that was Heron for the layup.
Actually, that was Neal for the layup.
Russ Neal.
The numbers, folks, are hard to see, and everybody's wearing a different number tonight.
Yeah, than what is on the roster.
Right.
Screwed us all up. 24-22. It is a 2-point game now as we go to a minute 10 left in the quarter. On the left side, Bateman. O'Donnell on the right side, long three, no good. Long rebound, no to Brooksby. Brooksby sees an advantage inside, can't get a shot away. Back to Bateman. Bateman bumped on the drive. That'll be an easy foul call on number 23, and let's see who they say he is.
Yeah, I'm going to try to pick that up.
Mangelson. Okay, so he's wearing 23 instead of 22. Good thing we memorized all these numbers before the game so they could switch them all on us.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 fouls on Mangelson. 1-and-1 free throw good by Bateman. Fortunately, Pineview's got the right numbers on.
Yeah, thank you. That'll help us a little bit here.
Saw in the replay, easy bump call. Mangelson didn't get in front of Bateman. One more coming for Bateman, trying to make it a 4-point lead. That's what it was at the quarter. And the shot is no good. Pineview continues to struggle at the free throw line.
Who was shooting free throws?
That was Gavin Bateman.
Ah, yes.
Screen, ball goes left side to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back out to Last. Man-to-man defense. Last crosses it over on Moore. Pulls up, 17-footer. In and out, no good. A rebound taken down by Pineview. A little bit of a tip by Mangelson, but he couldn't get to it. And now Pineview can play for the last shot with a 3-point lead. And 20 seconds to go. Tobler keeps the dribble alive. Going to go all the way in the lane. Scoop shot up, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, I think, off a Hurricane. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, I think the last guy there was Reagan Marshall. He tried to act like he didn't touch it, but it was pretty obvious.
Now, even though Tobler took the last shot, so to speak, early, they get the ball back and they can try for the last shot again. Comes into Brooksby. Brooksby over to Moore. Back to Tobler. Tobler back to Moore. Now left side. Hard drive by Bateman, back outside. Brooksby for three. That's a brick, not close. Long rebound will end the quarter and end the half with a 25-22 Pineview advantage. Mike, it seems like Hurricane has a reason to be rusty. They haven't played for 10 days. Seemed like Pineview was a little rusty too. What's your impression?
Yeah, well, Pineview was more rusty the other night. I think that's what happened to them against Dixie when they got blown out in the second half. I'll tell you another real key is this defense on Jackson Last. He's got 6 points, but they're on him from beginning to end in this one, and they really kept him out in the way, and no one's picked up the scoring.
You know, it's funny when and we're going to go to break here in a second, have our Info West halftime, but Coach Langston told me when Jackson went off for 35 and then 32 on consecutive games out in Vegas. I said, wow, what's he? And he said, I'll be honest. He says, they don't know Jackson. They don't know our team very well. He said, it's not going to be like that in Region 9. Everybody knows who Jackson Last is in Region 9.
Pineview knows.
We found that out firsthand, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
All right, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout. It is halftime. The Info West halftime report coming up. Pineview with a 3-point lead. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
And welcome back. It's the Info West halftime report. We appreciate Info West. The internet people, check them out online. They have speed burst. They have clean internet. You need to find out what those are. Go to infowest.com. And Mike, to see Jackson Last struggle a little bit, and I use that term kind of loosely because he made probably half his shots. He just didn't shoot very much because Pineview is denying him. Basically, it's a double team every time he gets inside the three-point line.
Absolutely. I mean, they really are clamping down on him, and he has to work really, really hard. You can see he's got ability, and when he gets a little look, he's pretty good. He's knocked down a couple of jumpers, and he's 2 for 2 from the line, but he went zippo in that first quarter, and I think that is, again, just a real key to keeping Hurricane at 22 points here at the half.
Yeah, the only other score I had so far, and we'll get you more scores, but Snow Canyon up 4 on Cedar at the end of the first quarter on our Hearst Ace Hardware scoreboard update. That was 16-12. And the Utah Jazz got her done tonight as the Jazz beat the Washington Wizards 107-104. Congratulations to the Jazz, Mike. Any thoughts on that one? The Jazz, it's been a struggle.
Well, that's a big
them.
win for them. The Wizards I went in 23-17, I think, and Jazz had lost like 13 out of the last 16 ball games. They were really down, but it's a big win for the Jazz. I hope they can kind of keep things going. I don't know if all the trade rumors are a positive or a negative for them, but we'll have to kind of wait and see if indeed anything happens. Bottom line, big win, I think, for the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, there's talks of a guy they thought was going to be the cornerstone of the franchise. Derek Favors talks about moving him in a trade, perhaps, and that would be an interesting trade.
Very interesting.
If Favors could stay healthy, he could be an all-star. But
but that's a key. And people talk about Favors, and Favors is a favorite. I know, bad word to use there.
Yeah.
But he is. He's been around. but whenever it seems like he gets hurt, he's out a lot. They have to readjust, and unfortunately, both he and Rudy Gobert have been hurt a lot, and the Jazz have been hurt without a real good, strong center.
Again, it's halftime here, 25-22. Pineview leading Hurricane. Jack O'Donnell leading all scorers with 9 points here in the first half. In fact, let's go over the scoring. First of all, for the visiting Panthers, O'Donnell has a 3, a 2. I actually have him for 7 points, Mike.
Yeah, 7.
I misspoke. He has 7 points. 5 points for Taylor Tobler, but Tobler has taken 6 free throws and only made 3 of those. 5 points also for Hunter Moore. He has a 3 and a 2. A 3 by Ryan Hopper. 2 points for Connor Brooksby, and Gavin Bateman has a point. And then Dallin Brown, Mike, averaging 10 a game and really thought of, I think, as a rising star in this region. 1 basket, 2 points.
Yeah, but he's got 2 fouls. He went out early, and I think his game is just not there tonight. And when you got to sit on the bench, kind of hard to score.
Yeah, it's hard to get warmed up for sure.
Yep.
When you can't even go out there and shoot the ball. He'll probably get the remember, he was the one that drew the assignment to try to guard Jackson last.
Right.
And you're going to get in foul trouble in those types of situations. And I thought he's actually done a pretty good job because last is not even the leading scorer on his team. He has 6 points. Adam Hayron actually leads the Hurricane Tigers with 7 points. Reagan Marshall with 5 and 4 points for Russell Neal. That's it for the scoring for the Tigers in the first half. They have 22 points, Mike. And something unique, Hurricane has been known for the 3 over the years. No 3-pointers in the first half of this game.
Yeah, thank heavens they went 6 of 6 from the charity stripe. That's really what's kind of keeping them relatively close because Pineview has struggled a bit, hitting 60% on 6 out of 10 from the charity stripe. So it goes right back to your question, threes
or free throws,
which is more
important?
Well, threes right now we're leading by 3 here at the half.
And by the way, now Devin just updated on Twitter the Snow Canyon Cedar score. It's actually 32-22 Snow Canyon at the half. Warriors in desperate need of a region victory after starting 0-2 and quite frankly getting blown out a couple of times. So for them to be able to hold court against the Cedar team that just went to Canyon View and won, that would be a big victory for the Warriors, wouldn't it?
It is, and we talk all the time about. I think it's a must-win game. They're at home. They've lost 2. Number 1, you can't go down 0-3, and number 2, you can't lose twice on your home court early and really expect to have a good season. Big one. Hopefully they can hold on in that one.
In this game, Hurricane scored 8 in the first quarter, 14 in the second. Pineview scored 12 in the first and 13 in the second. The Tigers are 6 for 6 from the free throw line with no 3-pointers, and the Panthers only 6 for 10 from the free throw line with 3 3-pointers. It is halftime. Region 9 basketball. Our stats tonight brought to you by Wilkinson's, a unique place to shop with, of course, your lighting and fan needs, plus unique items like board games over at Wilkinson's across from Fiesta Fun in St. George. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. We'll be back and set you up for half number 2. Pineview leading by 3. Back after this 2-minute break.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Welcome back. We're at the Tigers Den, Hurricane High School, the new Tigers Den. Mike and I have been doing games, high school games in the year.
And others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Jim, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't quite feel like the old Hurricane home court advantage here.
No, but then again, you could go back to the old Dixie advantage at their old gym.
Yeah, the old hangar, yeah.
Dixie State, in the old gymnasium there. Boy, when you got 1,500 people in that one, you were rocking it. Today, you put 1,500 in the Burns Arena. You go, how come no one came to the game tonight? It's different, but you're right. It's just kind of a feel that was there in the old Tiger Gymnasium here. It was easy to get to, easy to be in, but this was awfully nice, very bright, very big, and let's do some more basketball.
One other score. Finally got a Dixie score. They lead Canyon View 32-25 in the third quarter. Hearst Hardware Region 9 update, and we're back to live action here. Pineview will start it with the offense, and great finger roll on the right to left drive by Jack O'Donnell, and the lead is 5.
Yeah, just went strong to the hole, started out wide, went right in the middle of the lane, the finger rolled it up and in.
27-22, Tigers need to put some consistency together. There's Hayron for 3, shot too hard. Long rebound to Moten. He sat with 2 fouls for a long time, too. Moten drives all the way in, shot partially blocked, I believe, by Jackson Last. Now Last wants to run. Pushes it hard, spin move in the lane, shot up and good. And I believe they're going to call offense.
Yeah, they do.
Taking a charge was Brooksby.
I'll tell you, and I don't know this for a fact because there was a lot of movement in there, but at the last moment, Jackson threw a little elbow, and I know the official saw it. I don't know if that was it, but he got the foul.
Saw the replay on that one, then you be the judge.
Yep.
Probably if you're black and maroons, Pineview colors, it was definitely a charge. And
yeah.
If you're Hurricane red and black, you're like, no. Actually, it looks like 2 teams from the same team out there tonight. Moten tries a 3. That's a brick. Wide right and rebounded to the Tigers. Long lead pass to Hayron. Hayron goes back to Last. Last long 3. No good. Good contest by Moten. And a rebound to the Panthers.
And Jackson's kind of launching everything now. He realizes they need his offense.
Brown goes in, has it stuffed by Last. And Tobler the other end, wide open. His 3 no good. Long rebound to Brown again. Brown, stop and pop from 15, no good. A rebound, Hurricane. Brooksby on the glass. His shot up and in.
Connor Brooksby, kind of one of the littler guys inside there, but he went strong. Right, got it off the backboard and in.
He's tough as nails, Mike.
Yeah,
I told you.
There you go.
Told you in pregame, Brooksby's nails. Stop and pop 3 at the other end, in and out, no good by Last. Hurricane with the board. Last kind of hangs his head, running back up the floor. He realizes, man, I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. Yeah. Hard drive, O'Donnell can't get his shot away. Gets to Brooksby. Shot from Brooksby, no good. Rebound to Last. 29-22, Pineview on top. Skip pass across to Hayron. And Hayron will slow it down. Tobler on him. Tobler tips the ball out of bounds.
Again, I think, to me, the difference in the game right now is the Pineview defense. I think they're stepping it up. They're putting really good pressure, not giving any really good looks to the Tigers.
Maybe that's what they worked on over Christmas. Hard drive by Gonzalez, hands it off. Trying to get it inside to Marshall. Marshall in the post, turned around off the glass, too soft. A rebound taken down by Jack O'Donnell. Pineview on the run the other way with it. O'Donnell goes all the way in. He's bumped and fouled on the pass. The referee's looking for what number did it, or they're going to call Jackson last. Is that 3 on Jackson?
That is 3 on Last. That's the last guy you want that on. Sorry, I had to get up there.
2,002 minutes here in the second half for Last.
He's got
inside
3.
O'Donnell, shot up, lefty good. And the lead is ballooned to 9 now for the visiting Panthers. O'Donnell with 11 points. Hayron in the forecourt. Crosses over, throws it away. Easy steal by Brown. Brown over to Moten. Moten lays it up and in. 11-point lead now for Pineview. And timeout taken. First basket of the game by Moten. It is 33-22. Pineview on the road with the big lead. The Tigers take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Full timeout on the floor. It's an 11-point Pineview lead. So far here in half number 2, in less than 3 minutes, Pineview has outscored Hurricane 8-0. A lot of basketball left, but the Tigers need a basket, and they need one in a bad way, Mike.
Yeah, they really do, and they kind of just been flinging it up, and the shots are just not falling right now.
Marshall sets up in the post. Instead, they go outside to Last. Back to Marshall on the block. Marshall backs his man down, throws it out to Hayron. Hayron drives in the lane. Leaner up, no good, and they're going to call a bumping foul on Dallin Brown, and that'll be 3 on him.
Yeah, it was kind of a tough luck foul. He was just trying to get position and not stopping with Hayron, kept going and then just threw it up in hopes. But it is a foul, and you mentioned that is number 3. May come into play.
Well, as we see the replay, I think Brown maybe wouldn't have got a foul call if he hadn't put his hand down in there. But he stuck his hand down there and got a personal call. And the bad news for Hurricane, though, is Hayron misses the free throw.
Yeah, that's the first miss in the ballgame. They were 6 for 6 in the first half, 0 for 1 here now in the second half.
Hayron is now 3 of 4 from the line. One more for that young man, and he did get the second. The lead is 10 for Pineview, 3 minutes into the second half. Tobler will bring it across left side of the court. Gets a screen from Brooksby. Sidney swinging around the other way. Moore tries a 3, in and out, no good. Rebound goes to the floor off of Pineview. It'll be Hurricane ball. Looked like it took the ref a second to decide.
Yeah, it did. He was, I think, looking for help, didn't get any, so he made the call.
Now here come the Tigers. Last brings it up himself, drives all the way to the hoop, up off the glass, no good. Good rebound by Russell Neal. He can't get the shot to go, though, and Last has it. Last inside, 8-footer turnaround. Nice shot, and it's a 5-point game.
You know, he's got to be that aggressive. He went right to the hole, put it up, stayed there, finally got the second rebound and put it back in.
Tobler goes to Brooksby. Brooksby looking to Moore. Moore dribbles right to left over to Moten. Moten an open 3. Shot good. Michael Moten has his 6th three-pointer of the season.
Yeah, and Moten was left absolutely wide open.
Make that his 4th three-pointer of the season in 11, now 12 games. Reaching foul call going the other way, but lead back to 11.
Yeah, but that's number 3, excuse me, on Michael Moten. So we'll see now. You have Moten and you have Brown with 3 fouls each.
Moten had to sit most of the first half. Brown sat about half of the first half. And Moten will check out with those 3 fouls. Tigers bring it in, down 36-25, 3:50 left in the third. Region 9 action. Again, we had Dixie ahead and Snow Canyon ahead. Marshall turnaround off the glass, no good. That was kind of ugly.
That was way ugly.
Rebound to Moore. Moore ahead to O'Donnell. O'Donnell with a little Euro step. Finger roll. Left side, good, and it's a 13-point lead.
That was a great shot coming in from the left side. Dribble with the right. Euro step and then hit it with the left.
Hayron cut off, go left side. They get it into Last. Last double teamed in the lane. Has it tipped away, picked up by Marshall, though. His body's hit the deck. Actually, Last has got to get out of the key. He never left the key, Mike, that whole time. And now a foul the other way, and they're going to call an offensive foul on the Tigers.
I don't like the whole thing that went on there. I think there should have been a foul called out of half court when one of the Panthers got thrown to the floor. You're right. There was 2 of the Tigers camped in the inside, and then they called the foul.
Personal foul is going to be called on Adam Hayron, and that's his 3rd foul. So Last and Hayron with 3, Moten and Brown with 3. And Pineview threatening to blow this thing wide open. They're up 13. Basket or 2 more unanswered, and this thing is a blowout. Steal by Last. Last is going to drive in hard. Finger roll, no good. Bumping foul, though. He got fouled in front by one guy and back by the other. Let's see who they give it to.
They picked the first guy up. It is. Foul's going to be charged to Moore.
Hunter Moore picks up the personal. That's his first. Team foul number 3 on the Panthers. Jackson Last to the line, and Jackson's got to basically put the team on his shoulders right now.
Yep, no doubt about it.
Free throw, no good.
He was 2 for 2 in the first half. Here in the second half, Tigers are only 1 out of 3. And if they can't hit free throws, they're not hitting threes, they could be in trouble.
Neal back into the game. Reagan Marshall will sit down. He's got that hip injury. You don't know how long or how hard he's going to be able to go. Last hits the second free throw. He's got 9 in the game. And a foul called on the Tigers in the backcourt. Personal given to Thomas, 5, not 15. That's his third.
Yep.
And a timeout on the floor. Another full timeout. We'll take the break. 2:59 to go on our one-loss scoreboard. Pineview 38, Hurricane 26. Back in a minute.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Testing. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy.
And play-by-play brought to you in part by Southwest Diesel, the originators of high performance for diesel engines. For 40 years, Doug and Darren have been there when you need a fix. That's Southwest Diesel, 673-6342. Pineview ball in the backcourt. They've got a 12-point bulge right now on the road. Could be a huge road win for the Panthers.
Yeah, and it's a big 3 minutes right now. Tigers can not afford any further down.
Inside O'Donnell, he tries a little fall down shot. Maybe thought he drew a foul. No call. Here come the Tigers on the run. Try to dish it inside and it's stolen away. Bad pass. Moore on the dead run. Shot up, no good. Foul call. Hurricane Mike turnovers have been just horrific tonight. That one, they threw it to nobody.
Yeah, it's just not working. What can you say right now?
Personal foul was called on
Esplin, huh?
Esplin, yep.
Free throw was up and in by Hunter Moore. That's his first point of the second half. He now has 6 in the game.
One more coming for number 23 for Pineview. And he buries the second one. So the free throws have kind of turned in Pineview's favor lately, and they have a 14-point lead. Panther, kind of a Jekyll and Hyde team. Jackson last, trying to get a shot up. Can't do it. Has to go to Esplin. Esplin around the horn. Now they go last on the left side. Last. Little leap and leaner. Shot up and good and a foul.
Wow, nice shot.
Personal called on Moore, I believe.
Yep.
So he had none. Now he has 2 in a matter of about 15 seconds.
4th team foul on Pineview. Big bucket there by Jackson last, but I go back to your statement. It's either him or nothing. He has got to rise to the occasion. Hits the free throw.
3-point play complete. He has 12 points in the game now. Still an 11-point Pineview lead, though. Pineview throws it away. Picked off. In the forecourt, Hayron goes back outside. Looking for a pick and roll. Kneeled with the screen. Now over to the right side to Jackson Last. One-on-one coverage. Last in the lane. Stop from 10. Shot no good. Foul called. That Moore
wow,
again.
It is.
3 fouls in about 30 seconds, Mike. That might be a record.
He now has 3. Dallin Brown has 3. Michael Moten has 3. And then the Tigers have 3 with 3 as well.
Last will go to the line, and free throws good. One more for Last to make it a single-digit game, and he hits it. And it's 40-31 after the free throws by Jackson Last. Looks like the mid-range game is going to be where it's at for Last. They're not giving him the 3.
Yep.
And they're cutting him off before he can get to the basket. Pineview with it now. Bateman has it stolen away. Jump ball. Good hustle by Adam Hayron.
Yeah.
Alternate possession to the Tigers.
That's where the alternate possession is all right in my book. I hate to see when you make a good defensive move and then they, that was okay, but here we're going to give the ball back to the offense.
40-31, Last in the forecourt. Moten on him, stops for 3, leaves it short. Maybe Jackson a little tired. That one definitely short arm.
Yeah, he had no leg on that, did he?
Pineview in the forecourt. Tobler drives in. Shot up, no good, and they're going to call a foul. Boy, I don't think they needed to foul either because Tobler was a little bit out of control trying to kind of a dipsy-do shot, and they let him have that one, I think, and he's going to miss it, but they bail him out with the reach.
Yeah, Britton Esplin reaching in, as we see on the replay here.
Yeah, leave your hands up.
There it is. He just late in that one got it on the face.
He was not going to get a good shot away. Free throw good by Taylor Tobler. Tobler averaging about 15 a game. He now has 6.
And by the way, that is his first points of the second half.
One more for the guard Tobler, and he got that one to roll in.
Pineview 4 for 4 from the charity stripe in the second half.
42-31 Panthers on top of the Tigers here at Hurricane High. Last in the forecourt, looking for help. Goes baseline, open three from the corner is up, no good. Offensive rebound to Hayron. Hayron is fouled, shot goes, and he has a chance for an and one.
Nobody blocked him out, Andy. The foul, I think, is on Tobler. Nobody blocked him out. He went inside. He had time to get the rebound, bring it down, collect himself, go up, and then he was fouled.
10 points now for Hayron. Free throw, no good, though. Long rebound to Hayron. So Adam Hayron making things happen, giving Jackson Last a little bit of help. 42-33. Last thought about a three. They swing it around the horn to Hayron. Hayron, top of the key to Esplin. Now to the right side to Neild. Neild back to Last, one-on-one with O'Donnell on him. Throws it baseline to Hayron. Hayron tries a reverse layup, no good. Too far into the basket, and Brooksby on the rebound.
Yeah, good call on that one, Andy. I think he went out and he was surprised, and he tried to shift to the left hand, and that was nowhere close.
35 to go, 35 seconds left in the third. 9-point lead, and an offensive foul called on Tobler after the tip away.
Again, there was a bump, and it might have gone the other way, but he pushed off with that left hand as he was going out of bounds, and the official says, what? No, that's on you.
Tobler gets his third foul. He'll sit down now.
Wow, a lot of fouls.
And that is team foul number 7. Because it was an offensive foul, though, they won't get free throws.
Right.
And Hurricane could play for one if they choose. 27 seconds to go. Hayron to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it over as they swing it around the horn. Now Hayron again. Hayron to Gonzalez. You got to figure Last is going to end up with the ball eventually. Well, no, because he's not in the game. 3 out of the corner is short. Rebound to Pineview. They got time to get the ball up the court. O'Donnell's going to push it hard. 6 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Here comes a double team. Gets it over. They need to get a shot away. Hopper doesn't realize it. Moten will shoot it, but it will not count whether it goes or not, as Pineview didn't realize the clock was about to expire. Good news, though, for Pineview is they had a very nice quarter in which they scored 17 points, and they lead it by a score of 42-33. We'll be back in 1 minute with the fourth.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where the cats go on vacation?
Pineview in the quarter. They hit all 4 of their free throws. They're now 10 out of 14 in the game. They also hit a 3, their 4th of the game. And that's significant because, Mike, Hurricane has not made a three-pointer in this contest.
And that's really surprising. They finally did start to get free throws back. They went 5 out of 8, but they're down. They have to really, right now, go to work offensively.
It'll be Pineview ball to start our game, brought to you in part by Red Rock Real Estate. Looking to score a beautiful home? Check out Red Rock Real Estate. Panthers with the basketball. Brooksby top of the key. Left side to Moten. Thought about another three. Drives in the lane, goes back to Moten. Now left side to O'Donnell. Jack O'Donnell gets a screen, but he can't get free. Over to Brown. Looks like starting five in for Pineview right now. O'Donnell on the angle left. Guarded by Marshall. Right side they go. Now to Moten. Moten back to, well, that's a traveling call by Dallin Brown.
Yeah, that little quick step, and the official said he took the step before he got the ball to the court.
Makes you wonder if maybe Brown's so quick the referee couldn't believe he could be that quick.
Might be.
He is quick.
He is very quick.
Ball comes to Last. 9-point game. Jackson Last has it tipped away by Tobler. Out of bounds back to the Tigers with 7:18 left in the contest. Hurricane down by 9. It was as many as, what did it get up to, Mike?
13 or 14, something like that, yeah.
I think it was 13 was the big lead.
Yeah, the defense of Pineview tonight, they've switched off 3 or 4 guys. There's a foul out there. Have been playing against Jackson Last, and they're doing a pretty good job.
Dallin Brown will just pick up his 4th foul. Gonzalez went crashing into him, and Brown, if he just stands there, it's a charge or a no call. Instead, he slaps down after the contact is made, and that will cost him a personal, and Gonzalez to the line for 1-on-1 free throws.
Yeah, and he has not got a point in the ball game. Be nice to get a couple here right now with the clock stop.
I should call him, I guess, by his proper name, J.J. Gonzalez Hunt.
Yep.
Hyphenated name.
Hyphenated last name.
But I can't say all that during the course of the game. Free throw, I said 1-on-1. There was actually a 2-shot foul, and he hits the first one.
First point for him in the game. First points here in the 4th quarter, but it's still an 8-point ball game. Could make it 7.
Big free throw because in the 3rd quarter, the only guys that scored for Hurricane were Last and Hayron.
Right.
So to have someone else step up is big. You got to figure Marshall's got to help him out in the stretch run here. One more for Gonzalez Hunt, and that one is good as well. And it's 42-35. Tigers slowly creeping back into this thing.
Now if they get another or a couple of defensive stops, they can get right back in this one.
Moore thought about the three, has it stolen away. 1-on-1 fast break and a foul called. Hunter Moore pulled on the dribbler who was not going to shoot it.
Yeah.
Is that Esplin? Yeah, Esplin went driving in there. He's like, I'm no good at 1-on-1. I'm going to.
He was looking to
I'm
pass.
Wait.
He was turning around. But that is the 4th foul now on Hunter Moore. You have 4 on Dallin Brown, 3 each on Moten and Tobler.
Actually I thought, yeah, that's a good call. I thought Tobler, they were going to give it to Tobler for a second. But it was on Moore. 4th foul on him. 6:56 left in the game. Fouls becoming an issue for Pineview now. 19 fouls, but as you mentioned, Mike, a lot of guys with foul trouble,
4,
including Moore and Brown, Tobler, and Moten.
And 3 with 3 on the Hurricane Tigers.
Free throw, 1-on-1. Free throw too hard, no good. Rebound taken down by Pineview. So Esplin with a chance of getting a scorebook, he couldn't do it. 6:50 left in the game. And a reaching foul called on Hurricane, and that will be 1-on-1 free throws going the other way.
Yeah, J.J. Gonzalez Hunt there with the reach, easy call by the official. And to me, Andy, that's kind of a mini-cosm of what's going on. He had no business reaching like that. You want to play defense, you got to, as they say, use your feet, get in front.
Moten, though, can't make the free throw. Offensive rebound, though, by the Panthers. So Moten misses the freebie. Now Tobler on the other side for 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound, Bateman. Bateman shot up and good. Gavin Bateman with the offensive rebound. And what happened?
I don't know. Quick
Somebody lost a
whistle.
sneaker.
There we go. Coming out and getting it was Britton Esplin. He didn't even turn around and says, I'm ready. Come on, let's go.
I was never one of those guys that could put my shoe on without untying it.
I'm with you.
All these young people, they slip it on, no
He
big deal.
didn't even miss a step, did he?
Nope.
They threw him in step, picked it, put it on, and kept moving.
Our threes today brought to you by Team D Autos. Everybody loves when their team hits a big Team D3, located at 488 East St. George Boulevard. 44-35, Pineview again right on the edge of blowing this one open. Baseline drive, last fadeaway shot. He was bumped, no foul called. Put back up and good by Aaron.
Actually, the bucket by Russell Neal, Andy.
Okay. I thought I saw Hayron in there, but
He made the first shot.
Offensive foul called on the Panthers.
Wow.
Bateman will pick up the personal. So Neild now with 6. Personal foul on Bateman. And Gavin Bateman has picked up, where's he at, Mike? Second foul.
Yeah.
Offensive foul, so no free throws and a timeout on the floor. 30-second break. We'll keep it right here. 6:03 left in the game. 44-37, Pineview on top. And I just did see a Dixie score come across. Let me see if I can pass that on to you. Dixie Flyers playing at home against Canyon View, and they lead 49-43 with 2 minutes left in that game.
That's relatively close.
Yeah, I think, it's one of those deals where Dixie's better than we thought they were going to be. Canyon View's not as good as we thought they were going to be, and this is turning into a heck of a game between those two. See if we can also get you a score from that Snow Canyon game. There it is. Devin just tweeted it is Snow Canyon with a blowout lead, 51-36 at the end of 3 on our Hearst Ace Hardware scoreboard. Braden Baker with 10 in the third quarter alone, 18 in the game to pace Snow Canyon.
I was going to say, is Joey Robertson going off? but Baker
Sounds
apparently.
Like Baker's the guy,
Yep.
Hurricane needs a bucket, down 7, 5:50 left in the game, nearly lost it. Gonzalez outside to Hayron. 5:45 in counting. Left side Gonzalez, open 3, shot is short. Offensive rebound taken down by Russell Neild and in.
Yeah, good position by Russell Neild. May have got away with a little push off underneath.
He's got 8 points now, and Pineview throws the ball away. 5-point game. Tigers have it back.
Gavin Bateman on the drive. I think he felt like he was bumped. The official didn't buy in. And it's out of bounds to the Tigers. Tigers now within 5, as you said, making it a game.
And Coach Ryan Eaves not yelling at the refs. He's yelling at his players.
Yeah.
I like that. And sometimes refs make bad calls, and you do need to yell. But that time, Coach says, you know what? Let's go, guys. This is on you, not the ref. High post Marshall, backdoor to Glass, who dunks it home. Slam-ola.
That was a statement shot right there. He easily could have just laid it up and in, but he goes, I want the crowd.
3-point game. Pineview up 44-41. Inside to Brooksby. Brooksby misses the shot. Offensive rebound, tipped around, and finally taken down by Hurricane. In the forecourt, Hayron to last for 3 in the tie. No, long rebound taken down by Hurricane. Who's the foul on? A scrum there. They're going to call on the Tigers.
Well, I think they're going to get Reagan Marshall on the bump, he said.
18th foul. That'll be 1-and-1 free throws the other end. So how big was that free throw miss?
Yeah.
By the way, first foul of the game on Marshall, believe it or not.
He was a little upset. Turned to the official who emphatically showed him what he did. 4:49 to go in the ball game.
1-and-1 free throws coming for Jack O'Donnell.
Appreciate Riverside Business Insurance, our clock sponsor tonight in every game.
Senior transfer hits the front end, and it's a 4-point game. Big hit by O'Donnell, who now has 14 points.
Yeah, now everybody's got to hit just about everything.
Makes you wonder. I'm just looking at our replay down here. Didn't look like a lot of contact either way. He hits them both, though, and the lead is back to 5. In the forecourt is last. Baseline to Marshall. Marshall will drive in the lane. Slips the defender and hits the bucket.
Oh, I like that shot. That's the first of the second half for Reagan Marshall. Number 1, he went aggressive. Number 2, he kissed it off the glass.
He's got 7. It's back to a 3-point game. Other end, three-pointer up, no good. Offensive rebound. Brooksby blocked out of there. And what do we got? Foul inside?
Yeah, I think it's Marshall
before
again.
The shot. It is Marshall.
Yep. I really didn't see the foul, but I saw the look of disgust on Marshall's face. Figured he's the one that got nailed.
How about Brooksby making things happen inside?
Yeah.
Pineview has owned the glass in this game. That's been a little bit of a bugaboo for Hurricane this year. And then they lose Jackman, who's their biggest guy. Free throw no good, though, by Brooksby. Why wasn't that a 1-and-1? He never did really shoot it.
10 fouls.
No, that's 10
that's
on
the other way
Pineview. That's
around.
only 9.
I'm sorry, you're right.
I'm a little surprised they gave him a 1-and-1 or a 2-shot foul. And he makes him pay by hitting the second. And Connor Brooksby with 5 points. And it's 47-43. Kneeled, right side to Last. Last baseline drive, shot no good. Rebound, tipped out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives in traffic, dumps it inside, shot up, won't count whether it goes or not, and it didn't.
I think they're going to get Tobler. It is.
And that's 4 on Tobler.
Yeah.
And he can't believe it. And they're going to give him 2 shots. That is the 11th team foul on Pineview.
You
so
don't
we're
usually
good
see
there.
them put
No,
it.
they usually stop at 10.
Must be a new clock operator down there.
Russell Neal to the line to try to cut it to 2. Free throw good.
Russell Neal, little unorthodox in his style, but hey, goes through.
Well, and he's got 9 points. No stranger to scoring. He averages a little more than 5 a game.
Was it Rick Barry that kind of shot like that? Kind of a push shot?
Rick Barry was underhand, wasn't he?
No. Well, I don't know.
I think he was. I think Hornacek shot a lot
A
like
little
that.
bit like that. He hit them both anyway. It's a 2-point ball game.
Halfway through the 4th, 2-point Pineview lead, 47-45. O'Donnell hangs on the angle left. Go to Brooksby. Brooksby inside to Moten. Moten gives it off to Moore, who misses the shot. Long rebound, though, to O'Donnell. Jack O'Donnell out to Moore. Moore nearly lost it, got it back. Goes back over to Tobler. Pineview up 2, 3:35 left in the game. Looks like Dixie and Snow Canyon are both going to win. O'Donnell open 3, swish! Team D auto 3 for Jack O'Donnell, who has been the star tonight for Pineview.
Yeah, rack that one up. Maybe it's our play of the game here tonight. That was a huge hit, top of the key.
He's got 18 in the game, and it's back to a 5-point lead. Marshall to Neal. And a holding foul inside on Moore, and that'll be 4 on Hunter Moore. Is that 5 on Moore?
23. I have him as 5.
It is 5, yeah.
He's gone.
So Moore just fouled out. Averages 5.5 a game. Good 3-point shooter. On the year, Hunter's made quite a few 3-pointers, 10 of them. And in this game, he has 1 3, but he will foul out with 3:08 left.
Yeah, Dallin Brown checks in for Pineview. He also has 4, as does Taylor Tobler.
Kind of a quiet night for Brown.
Yeah.
Averaging in double figures, but not tonight. Last will go to the line. 2-shot foul. No good on the first one.
Big miss by Jackson. He'd hit 4 in a row.
Yeah,
he has 6 now out of 8.
He was 6 for 7, so 6 for 8 now. 1 more coming, and the ball's wet. Jackson ought to ask for a redo. Say, hey, that ball was wet. Have that
right.
over.
Oh, wait a minute here. Yep.
They're not going to give him it over. He'll just get 1.
Coach walked over and was talking. He might have been saying,
redo.
ball.
Wet ball.
No mulligan here, folks.
Second free throw, also no good by Last. 2 huge misses here late in the basketball game by Jackson Last. And with 3 minutes to go, it's still a 5-point Pineview lead. O'Donnell kicks it over to Tobler. Tobler, step back 3, swish! 3s are falling for Pineview and not for Hurricane in this game.
Wow.
Tobler now with 10 points. Inside, ball stolen away, picked up. Lots of contact out to Last. Last, baseline drive. Inside, shot up and good, and a foul. Brooksby, I believe, will get called for the personal. Yep. And
2 on Brooksby.
He's one guy that's not in foul trouble.
Yeah.
But Last now with a chance for a 3-point play. I have him for 18 points in the game.
Wow.
After not scoring in the first quarter.
They called that on Brown. He's out.
That's a wrong call.
He went to the bench.
Wow.
Because I had it written
go
down.
14? I thought the ref just said 14 right in front of us, Mike.
I thought so too, but Brown's on the bench and they've got him listed as 5 fouls.
Okay.
And the free throw's good.
Converts the 3-point play to make it a
5-point game.
Is that score right? Thought it was a 5-point game. Ball stolen away, picked off by Last. Fast break, lays it up and in, and a foul.
And if that is on Moten, oh, that's his fourth foul. I thought he was out for a minute.
It is on Moten. Mike Moten with his fourth. And they still haven't, they've been putting the score on the wrong side, Mike. I think the last two baskets, they should have counted them, and they haven't put them on the board, either one of them. I think this.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now one of the officials figured that out.
Score is completely wrong right now. It should be, I think it's 53-52.
Yeah, turning around, Jackson Last goes, no, we're 50, 5-0, 5-0, folks. Yep, they still haven't put it up on the board. Now they have.
Well, I don't think they counted the last three-point play because it was a 5-point game. He just got 2 3-point plays in a row. It should be tied. Nevertheless, the scoreboard says 53-51 with 2:15 to go.
Wow.
Tobler over to Brooksby. Now to Bateman. Bateman gives it off to Tobler. Tobler hard drive. Kicks it in the corner. O'Donnell, another open three. This one no good. And a good rebound by Jackson Last.
Wow, he went up tall, brought it down, and then got the dribble going before he traveled.
We're almost to our Holbrook Asphalt big score dessert. I didn't think we'd make it after a low-scoring first half.
I didn't either.
Last guarded by Moten. Gets it inside to Neild. Back to Last, and timeout called by the Hurricane Tigers. 1:38 left in the game. It's Pineview 53, Hurricane 51. The full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break. Back right after this.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
Welcome back. Look at the student section here for those of you on the internet and TV having a good time. Their team has made a game of it after being down 13. The Tigers will have the ball down by just 2. 1:38 on the clock.
18-11. The score here in the fourth quarter. Tigers got it going on.
Last has it on the angle right. Looked into Marshall, nothing there. Now he gets a switch. Brooksby's on him. Last will drive, now stop. Now drive, now stop. Skip pass over to Hayron. Nothing there. Back to Last. Thought about the three, doesn't get it off. Now he stops and pops a three. Shot no good. Rebound to Moten. Good board. As Last hit the deck, Gordon Dodson, the assistant coach for Hurricane, says, where's the foul?
Screaming for the foul, didn't get it.
70 seconds to go. Panthers by 2. Bucket here could be huge. Nearly a steal by Hayron. Pass in the corner. Tip, stolen. Goes to the ground. Hurricanes got it. They've got numbers too. 5 on 3. Over to Hayron. Stop and pop by Marshall. No good. Long rebound to Moten. Now 48 seconds left. Pineview can, they don't have to shoot here.
Nope.
Up 2. Tobler in the forecourt. Ball stolen away by Last. Last will go in and dunk it. We're tied with 35 seconds left.
Picked his pocket clean in half court.
53, 27 seconds. O'Donnell dribbling up high. Gets a screen from Connor Brooksby. Keeps his dribble alive. Now looking for a backdoor to Moten. Got it. Over to Tobler. Tobler for 3 in the lead. No good. Rebound Tigers with 12 seconds to go. Timeout. Wow. Hurricane can pull one out of the fire, Mike, if they can score here. Man, oh man, what a comeback.
Unbelievable stuff, and you know, it's what you expected. You said it, if they're going to win this game, they being Hurricane, Jackson Last has got to put it on his back, and he has done exactly that.
Couple of big three-point plays for Lass, and then right there on the replay, picking the pocket of Tobler and going in for the two-handed flush. Reminiscent of Trevor Hill and Dixie State doing that the other day against Cal Baptist in overtime. Picking the pocket and going for the dunk. But now the Tigers with 11 seconds, Mike, you drawing up a play, you screen and rolling for your stud, or you going to use them as a decoy or maybe a passer?
Yeah, it's generally interesting to see what they come up with, but I'll tell you what, it is, they've got time. 11 seconds is a fair amount of time to work their magic. Let's see what they can do.
I think you've got to shoot around 4, so you have chance for a rebound, but you don't have chance really for Pineview to get a decent shot away.
All right, we'll see what happens. Gonzalez Hunt will figure it. No. As Coach Eves waited and saw what they set up, then he called the timeout.
Thanks again to all our sponsors. They include One Law. Also, our timeouts brought to you by Hanks River Walk Grill. And tonight's tip-off was brought to you by Saltus Investment Advisors, where discipline, consistency, and teamwork are how financial returns are achieved. That's Saltus Investments. Again, 11.1 on the clock. Hurricane has not led since, Mike, I can't even remember the last time they had the lead.
I know. I mean, they were down.
First quarter, maybe?
Well, they only got 8 in the first quarter, and they ended up being down 12-8. But, hey, just a quick look ahead, and we certainly appreciate Ron's Boulevard Shell. 2 games coming up this next Friday night. Our team will be back here in Hurricane when they face the Dixie Flyers. That will be on ESPN and on TV as well. Andy and I will be over at the Pineview versus Desert Hills games at in the pit at Pineview.
Great region action. Again, we still don't know who's going to end up where in the postseason and how our teams will fare against the teams up north. I'm a little pessimistic. I think a couple of teams up north are pretty darn good. But, Dixie went up to a tournament and fared well. Snow Canyon did okay up there. So you never know. Here we go. 11 seconds to go. Last will dribble it across. 8 seconds to go. 2-3 zone. Last. Down to 3 seconds. Down to 2 seconds. Contested 3 is an air ball. Rebound to Brooksby, and we're going to overtime.
Wow.
Yep. Not necessarily the shot you wanted.
Yeah, he didn't get a good look at the bucket. He realized, he had to let it go. And we're going to OT.
Take a 60-second timeout. The overtime coming up. Region 9 action. It's 53-all. Pineview Hurricane back in 1 minute.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Are we there yet?
Yep. We're here.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Well, we would start post-game, but we got more basketball, free basketball to play.
Game ain't over, folks.
Overtime, and Pineview wins the tip. 53-all, ball thrown in the backcourt.
Yeah, backcourt.
That'll be a violation, and Hurricane will take it. Hurricane has not led in this game. They trailed by as many as 13 in the third quarter. They caught him and had the last shot at regulation. And now the Tigers have a chance right here to take the lead. Last near center court. Tobler and Bateman giving him a lot of attention. Understandably so. I think Last has 18 in the game. Check that number for you in a second. Certainly had a great 2, 4, 6, 8. No, he has more than that. 2,
24
4, 6, 8.
I have him for.
24 in the game, but he's about to get his average.
He is.
Adam Hayron just dribbling near half court, and they're going to milk the clock.
Yeah.
40 seconds in, and Hurricane not even attacking.
And Pineview, for the moment, happy to sit back.
They're in a 2-1-2 zone or maybe a matchup zone. As we've now dribbled 55 seconds off and now make it a minute off the clock, and nobody's even attempted a shot yet.
Way back before the clock, even in college ball, Idaho State University played this way every game because they couldn't outscore anybody, so they tried to just hang on to the ball. It was unbelievable.
Coach Langston goes over and says something to Jackson Last, and Coach Langston says, we're just going to hold it. And we've now played, Mike, well, I say played. We've now been in overtime for a minute and a half, and not one shot has been taken.
Well, Hurricane
Pineview turned it over. That's it.
Yep, Hurricane's happy to say, you know what? We got to play this time. We're going to go for the win in the OT. Now Pineview starting to bring it out a little bit.
Tobler walks out and gets the count going, at least within 3 feet, closely guarded, but now he backs out. And we played, we've been out here. It'll be 2 minutes here in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, we're halfway through the overtime period. Interesting is you look around the crowd and they're all kind of either happy or really ticked
his
off.
coaches are being stubborn.
Yeah.
Coach Langston says, I'm not going to shoot unless you make me. Coach Eves is saying, we're not going man-to-man.
Now he's bringing them out.
Yeah, they come out of the zone, but Last is still standing there near half court.
Okay, well, they're not. They're just kind of give a little tacit jump out.
Now 1:30 to go in the overtime. Neither team has taken a shot. Pineview won the tip, turned the ball over. Hurricane has held it ever since.
Kind of got to figure that Hurricane says, you know, our best shot at winning this is to, frankly, don't shoot. Hold on to it. Get it down.
It's kind of ugly. I don't like it. This may hasten the shot clock in Utah.
Yeah. Where's O'Donnell? He's probably having a conniption down there.
Yeah.
They have a shot clock back where he's from.
In New York, yep. And Washington State, I know of it.
Yep.
I don't know who else, but.
Under a minute, Andy.
55 seconds on the clock. Hurricane's just going to hold it. Coach Eves says, talk, guys. Everybody talk.
Yeah. Know what you're going to do when you do it.
It's not a Neon Trees song. That's a coach's command to his players. Everybody talk. Hayron just standing on the block H at center court, now down to 39 seconds and counting.
I haven't seen this in a long, long time. I'm with you. I don't want to see it, but.
Well, you know, if I'm a coach, I go and trap that guy with the ball. But I'm not a coach.
You're not a coach?
25 seconds now. They hand it to Last, who will actually dribble.
Yeah, now
that's a switch up.
He's the guy you want in his hands. And
15 seconds to go. Tigers going to play for one.
He's going to look at 10 seconds, and now a timeout. Oh, interesting.
Coach Langston takes a timeout with 12 seconds, 11.5 to be exact. Let's take a 30-second break. Last 11 seconds after this 30-second break.
Are we there yet?
Yep. We're here.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Well, for your information out there on our First Days Hardware scoreboard, the other two games have gone final. Dixie beats Canyon View 53-49. So the Flyers improved to 2-0 in region. They had that first bye.
Yep.
And then Snow Canyon is now 1-2 in region. They beat Cedar 59-48. Cedar drops to 1-2.
And that's a huge win for Snow Canyon.
There we go. 11 seconds left. Jackson Last has it. Goes right side to Hayron, back to Last. Last looking for a screen, nothing there. Down to 2 seconds. 1 second, offensive foul called, and that'll be foul number 4 on Last. And I believe they're going to put a second or so on the clock. I think they should.
See if they shoot free throws.
No, player control, no free throws.
That's right.
But Pineview should have about a second and a half or 2 seconds to get a shot away.
No, said the official.
They're just going to wave it off and
They're
go
going
2
to wave
OT.
it off, yep.
The clock had about a second when he let it go, and that was after the offensive foul, but whatever. We'll take another 1 minute timeout. Overtime number 2 coming. First overtime saw one shot. No shots.
No shots.
Offensive foul, no shots. So we'll be back in a minute with the second OT. Hopefully we'll get a few more shots.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Well, the other games are long over. Jazz won tonight, and if you're a Dixie or Snow Canyon fan, you're happy. They both won against Cedar Schools. Dixie beating Canyon View by 4, and Snow Canyon beating Cedar by 11.
If you're a Hurricane or a Pine View fan, the fingernails are gone.
Yeah, the only thing left to decide is who's going to come out of this game with a victory. Hurricane trying to go to 2-0. Pine View trying to go to 2-1. And the first overtime, Mike, officially 0 shots attempted in the first overtime. And a whistle, what?
I think they're going to call...
Bad jump, re-jump it.
Jump. No. I think what happened is it should... And now I agree with this call because Jake O'Donnell reached over and was hitting it as it was going up. That's the call. Here you're watching.
So Hurricane gets possession of it. 2 seconds into the overtime. Mike, are they going to hold it for 4 minutes again?
Well, last time it was Pine View with the ball, turned it over, and you're right. I can't imagine they would do it twice. Now Coach Eves is out there saying, "Are you kidding me?"
I think he's asking if they're going to put 2 seconds back on, and they do, Mike. It's back to 4 minutes.
All right, here we go.
All that means is Hurricane's going to hold her for 4 minutes instead of 3:58, right?
It might be. Let's see what
We're going to have the same thing. We are going to have the same thing.
Yep, we are.
And they're just going to hold
this
it.
Time the crowd's going, oh, wait a minute, we've seen this one before.
See if Pine View tries to do something about it.
A little more aggressive. They're extending the defense out, but they're not going out into that man-to-man press.
I think if they would trap last and get the ball out of his hands and make someone else beat him, but right now it's just token defense. 3.5, we've gone 30 seconds. And again, no shots attempted in the first overtime as Hurricane held the ball for 4 minutes almost.
Are we going to see 8 minutes of basketball in one shot?
Or none, again.
None.
Last one was negated on an offensive foul. Last now has 4 personal, so if he gets another one, that would be his 5th. Yeah. And they've used a minute now. And again, I would like to describe the action, but there is none.
That's right. Now
basically a game of catch between Gonzalez and Hayron.
Yeah, now Tobler has to be a little bit careful. He's got 4 fouls. Foul by him, and he's gone.
2:45 on the clock. Not the way Mr. Naismith intended his game of basketball. Hold it and not try to make a basket.
That's right.
Now we're 90 seconds into the overtime.
Wow. You know what? I got to say, it's probably as tough on the players as it is on us. I mean, you know they want to do something, but they also got to do what the coach says.
A couple of stubborn coaches.
Amen.
Pine View really kind of token pressure. They're not really going hard. They're not trying to trap. Tobler comes out and establishes the 5 second call.
That's just what I was going to mention. They're doing just enough to kind of force a little action.
Now it's man to man, and maybe Hurricane's going to attack. Last gives it off to Marshall. Marshall hands it off to Hayron. And Hayron will slow things down again. Hayron drives in the lane, back out to Gonzalez. 1:45 on the clock. A little bit of movement finally at least. 1:40 on the clock. Hayron's got it. Goes over to Gonzalez.
Last wants it, but once again, pretty good defense by Michael Moten.
Last has it now near midcourt. 1:29 on the clock. Gets a screen from Marshall. Now on Moten, one-on-one, no help, but Last not even looking at the basket. I think Coach said back it out. 1:15 on the clock.
I think he's saying you got to work with it because they're coming out on some pressure, but we don't want to give it up yet.
1:10 on the clock. Hayren to Marshall. Marshall back to Hayren. Now the handoff to Last. Last inside the volleyball line there. Last drives in, backs it out. 55 seconds on the clock. Might as well hold it now.
Wow, yeah.
You held it for 3+ minutes. And about a 20-foot pass. That's the longest pass we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
To Gonzalez.
Every one of you going, oh, should they do that?
Gonzalez to Hayren, down to 38 seconds and counting. Hands off to Last, ball nearly stolen away. Good hands of Moten, almost got it.
Yeah.
But Last got it back, and we're down to 28 seconds. Hayren gets a screen from Last. Gives it to Last. Moten all over him. 19 seconds left. We can have another timeout, we do.
Yeah, we do. Coach Eves is frustrated down there.
16 seconds left. It's 53-53. We're going to keep it right here, even though it's a full timeout, Mike, because heaven forbid we miss the only shot of the second overtime. that would be a bad thing.
I know it means nothing to most folks down here, but I do remember I was going to Idaho State University at the time, and they couldn't outplay anybody. And this is what they did, and they
held the ball.
They were one of the teams, I think, that really forced the shot clock.
Well, I remember a game, and I don't remember who was playing, but it was like Virginia and I don't know. I want to say somebody like Miami or somebody, and the final score ended up being like 5-4 because before the shot clock, because Virginia was holding it the whole game. They knew they didn't have the athletes, so they held it, and it almost got them a win. It didn't though, and it hastened the bringing about of the shot clock in college basketball, along with your Idaho State Bungles.
And they were Bungles that year. All right, here we go. You called it 16 seconds to go. How long do you hold it, and who's going to take that shot?
Well, we know who's going to take it.
Okay.
Or who's going to have it in his hands and either take it or dish off. It'll be Jackson Last. They bring it in. Hayren will bounce it into Last in the backcourt still. And they'll run a play. 10 seconds on the clock. Hayren's got it. Last will probably peel off a screen. Baseline, he's got it. Inside to Marshall. Marshall up off the glass and good with 2 seconds, 1 second. Timeout Pineview. How much are they going to put on the clock?
Yeah, they got to put a little bit back on it. It says 0.1, but there's got to be a second plus, I think. Nice play, and I like the fact that they actually used Last.
He was a decoy.
He was a decoy, yep.
Maybe we can take a look at that final play on TV here. And you can see Last comes peeling along the baseline. All the attention, all the eyes go to him. He dishes it inside, and there's Reagan Marshall one-on-one with the easy bucket.
Yeah, and for Reagan Marshall, that's his fourth bucket of the game, second only since halftime.
By the way, they put 1.8 on the clock. So we've had one shot, Mike, one shot in 2 overtimes, and it was good.
Yeah.
Hurricane is hitting 1,000 in the extra period.
So, if you go back to this and you take a look at it, you have to say, you know what? Maybe that wasn't such a bad deal.
I guess you can look at it that way. But
well, they're leading with...
Those of us that are fans of this game are like, yeah, but...
We're not too thrilled, yeah.
By the way, that is our Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert score. 55 points for the Tigers.
We all win!
Head to Yogurtland. Your first 5 ounces are free, courtesy of Holbrook Asphalt and the Big Score dessert.
I'm waiting for the officials to get the ball. I'm assuming that, okay. They walked and I thought, wait a minute, this isn't the NBA.
Shouldn't you have Brown, your quarterback, throwing it in? Oh, he fouled out. No, so Moten's going to throw it in.
Moten's going to have to. Wide receiver.
1.8 on the clock. They need a pass in the forecourt, and now they're going to take another timeout.
Yeah, the coaches are really trying to pull out all the stops.
The wheels are turning, as they say.
Yeah, what he did again, Coach Eves, is basically he waited till the last possible second. He took a look at what was out there. Now he's going to either redraw or at least come up with the play.
Okay, we'll set it up for you here. Both teams in the double bonus. More than 10 fouls for each team. It is 55-53 Hurricane. Pineview has the ball on the opposite end of where they need to score. But if they can draw a foul, they'll get free throws and Timeouts, we don't know, but we assume there's at least one for each team left. And it'll be probably Moten triggering the inbound.
Now, I know that I'm going to speak the obvious here, but, 99% sure that the shot is going to be a three-point shot. So a hit is a win for Pineview.
Yeah, you win or lose. You don't know how far they're going to throw it. You got some big guys down there. It looks like Brooksby, your kicker, is going to be the guy trying to catch it down there, maybe setting a screen for O'Donnell. And Moten will be the trigger man. They don't put anybody on Moten. 1.8 on the clock. Trent Roberts, the official, is going to hand Moten the ball. And here we go. Moten in half court to Tobler. Tobler from half court. Not close. And the Hurricane Tigers have stolen a victory here on the road, down 13 in the third. They'll come away with a 55-53 double overtime win over the Pineview Panthers. Well, Mike, we're going to talk about stats in the overtime, right?
Amen.
I'll wrap them up for you. There were 2 shots taken in 2 overtimes. One was good by Hurricane, and the other one was a half-court shot by Pineview. And that's the only shots taken in 2 overtimes.
Yeah, there you go. That didn't take long, did it?
It did not. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Our InfoWest postgame show coming up. Not InfoWest, sorry. Dr. Johnson's Pediatric postgame show coming up after this 2-minute break. The Hurricane Tigers go to 2-0 region with a double overtime victory.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal, and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
Thank you. Postgame brought to you by Dr. Cody Johnson and his staff at Johnson Pediatrics. They make kids feel right at home. See why many are choosing Johnson Pediatrics. 628-0511 is the number. Ask for the new patient special at Johnson Pediatric Dentistries. And Mike, before we forget, let's jump into. I think our guys at CEC TV have a highlight package for us here in the second half. I want to see all the highlights from the first overtime, guys. Oh, yeah, there weren't any.
You mean that one?
Yeah, there were none in the first overtime.
It was an offensive foul.
So I don't know if our guys have a highlight package or not. I'm not seeing them roll one. And
And we can move on. We're good with that.
We'll move on and get back to that if we need to. Let's talk about leading scorers. For Pineview, leading scorer was Jack O'Donnell with 18 points. And for Hurricane, 24 points for Jackson Last. They also had double-figure scoring from Russell Neild and Adam Hayrand. And that kind of the hero guy, I guess, would be Reagan Marshall. He hit the only basket in 2 overtimes. A bank shot from inside on a dish from Jackson Last. And that was it, Mike.
Yeah, I'm prepared to give you an idea on what the Appliance Associated Plus playmaker of the game is. How about that layup by Reagan Marshall in the second overtime? Only 2 points in 2 overtimes. Got to be that. It won the game. 2-point win for Hurricane. Way to go, Reagan Marshall.
And we'll throw some honorable mentions out there, too, because I thought a couple of free throws by J.J. Gonzalez-Hunt were huge late in the basketball game. And also Neild hit a couple of big free throws when the game was tight. And then Jackson Last with a couple of back-to-back three-point plays that helped bring Hurricane back. But you're right. It's never been easier to name an AWP playmaker play of the game than the game winner in the second overtime by Reagan Marshall. See the boys at AWP, the #1 playmakers in the appliance business, GE and Samsung Appliances, located across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. Save money at AWP. All right, now a little bit harder will be a couple of other awards. First of all, our DATS Trucking Player of the Game. DATS is your quality service carrier, running strong since 1988. Plus, you can fuel up and grab a snack at Ernie's 2 Sinclair Station at the top of the boulevard. They deliver your DATS Trucking Player of the Game. Mike, thoughts? Do we go easy way and give it to Jackson Last?
And that would be an easy give. I mean, he had an incredible second half. 18 of his 24 points coming in the second half. You mentioned the 2 big 3-point plays. I don't even go anywhere else. He really did what he had to do. We said in that third quarter they were down 13. You and I both said if they're going to win, that guy's got to put them on their shoulder. He did. I think it's very much he is the player of the game.
All right, that's it. Jackson Last, our DATS Trucking Player of the Game. And for Pineview, what the heck? We'll name one for both teams. Jack O'Donnell, I think, is an obvious choice there. He had 18 points. 7 in the first half, 11 in the second half, including a big 3 that gave Pineview momentarily a 5-point lead in the fourth quarter, but they could not hold it. So, again, our DATS Trucking Players of the Game, Jackson Last and Jack O'Donnell. All right, Jimmy John's Super Sub, Mike. A lot of places we can go with that one. I thought, Gonzalez-Hunt coming in, hadn't been starting, came in and gave some quality minutes. Russell Neild is a guy who maybe has been starting, but he has been kind of taking the back seat. He had 10 big points in the game for Hurricane, helped them climb back into it. I don't know. What are you thinking?
Yeah, Gonzalez-Hunt did a good job, but he was in and out a lot. It's a little tough. He got hit 2 free throws. I guess I would lean more, as you said, even though he's played some, Russell Neild, because 10 points and 6 of the 10 were in the fourth quarter, a big part of that comeback.
A reminder, too, we'll have our next games on Friday night as I'll be right back here in Hurricane, or our team will. I'm not sure where I'll be exactly, but our team will be back here in Hurricane as the Tigers host the Dixie Flyers. And then the other game is Pineview hosting Desert Hills. That should be a heck of a ball game as well, as Region 9 play continues here on ESPN Radio and the Cherry Creek family of radio stations. Again, our look ahead brought to you by Ron's Boulevard Shell. Big Score dessert is in effect. That bucket by Marshall meant free first 5 ounces of yogurt at Yogurtland just for you, courtesy of Holbrook Asphalt. And our Sports Clip MVP, that DATS Trucking Player of the Game, Jackson Last, he receives a free MVP treatment at Sports Clips. Mike, your final thoughts? And I don't know if we can really make those overtimes look any prettier because they were just not.
It was a good game. I think there's so many good things that occurred in this one. And the fact that I thought Pineview played extremely well. Their defense looked good until that fourth quarter when Jackson Last just took over. Well, not just him. Russell Neild, a big part of that. But coming from 13 down in the second half, then going through 2 overtimes. And, yeah, it weren't pretty. I know you really dislike it, but I don't know. I got to tell you, it won the game for him. It won the game for him the way they played it. Wasn't fun to watch, but it's effective. The W means a lot for the Hurricane Tigers.
I got to tell you, I've been broadcasting games for 25 years here in southern Utah. I have never seen an overtime and double overtime where there was exactly one shot taken for each team, and one of those was a half-court heave. So craziness ensuing here at the Tigers Den. But the bottom line is Tigers go to 2-0 in region play. Big win for them. They also get their 8th win overall on the season. Heartbreak for Pineview on the road. They dropped to 1-2 in the region and 5-7 overall. That'll do it from here. For Mike McGarry, I'm Andy Griffin, wishing the Tigers a congratulations and wishing you a good evening